up, folks? Once again, it's your boy Tim with another ride sharing video. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's coming up. As you may see, I'm actually indoors. Neither Uber or Lyft pays me enough to be out in this cold shit. So in my neck of the woods, we're talking below freezing temps. 72 cents a mile, it just ain't happening unless there was a huge surge or some kind of ridiculous earnings guarantee, which is not happening. But what's happening in your market? Are you seeing big surges, big promotional guarantees that's got you on the road this Christmas day? Let me know in the comments what's got you out here. I want to run a video by you guys though. This is from one Uber driver in the video trying to warn other Uber drivers of something that happened that led to her being detained by authorities. And for the veteran drivers, you should be able to spot all sorts of shit in this video that the driver that's trying to warn us, all sorts of shit that she is doing wrong. So I want you to check this video out. As always, subscribe to the channel, show your boys some love. I'll be seeing you guys in the comments participating. Check this out.
Local Uber driver warning other rideshare drivers after being detained by Border Patrol at the checkpoint near Sierra Blanca. KTSM 9 News reporter Tani Davis spoke with the driver and tells us how everything unfolded.
Natasha Amber Cordova is originally from California and has only been in El Paso for 2 years. She currently drives for the rideshare app Uber, while she expected a normal day on December 8th, it ended up with her behind bars. On that morning, she picked up a ride from a couple that wanted to be taken from a hotel in East El Paso all the way to Sierra Blanca. She's used to taking those drives that are over an hour long, so she did not think anything of this particular one. However, at the checkpoint near the area, her, along with her passengers, who turned out to be migrants who have crossed the border, ended up being detained after not having the proper paperwork. After confirming with Uber support that she is a certified driver for the company and being in a cell for over 20 minutes, Cordova was let go. She has now tried repeatedly to reach out to the driver's support, but says she has not heard back.
No, Uber just pretty much said that they were just gonna block me from getting the rides from the same customer, and that's pretty much it. That they would get back to me in a couple of days, but it's been like a week.
We did reach out to the Uber support team about how they protect their drivers in similar situations and whether they have kept in contact with Cordova. They released a statement to us that says, quote, "The safety and peace of mind of drivers is very important to us. We have pioneered a number of tools and resources available for drivers in the Uber app, including the ability to speak with a live ADT safety agent, a proof of trip status tool, and other critical safety features that are available at the touch of a button. We are working to get in touch with the driver to offer support and stand ready to assist law enforcement however we can." Now, Cordova did tell me that all she wants right now is to warn other rideshare drivers to be careful when accepting longer rides as the migrant surge continues to grow and are unsure of who is being picked up currently at this time. Live in studio, Tani Davis, KTSM 9 News.
All right, two things in the video that should stand out right away for anybody that's been driving for even a few months. But unfortunately, she was stopped, as you see in the video, by Border Patrol. I'm not going to necessarily blame all of that on Uber because anyone can obtain a rideshare account and hail rides. So even if it happens to be someone that's in the country illegally, I don't know if you can really fault Uber or Lyft in regards to trying to stop that. However, if you noticed in the video, listen to this statement. I'll give you the excerpt of how, because you see the woman is suggesting that she actually told Uber what happened, and you see how they are treating her. For anybody who has driven with Uber or Lyft, you should recognize these stories. So what they told her: the safety and peace of mind of drivers is very important to us. Anybody believe that shit? Does anyone driving for Uber or Lyft believe they give a damn about our safety? So that's what they gave to the news station that tried to get in contact with them, suggesting that they actually give a damn about our safety. But in continuing, we have pioneered a number of resources available for drivers in the Uber app. Can somebody please tell me what those resources are, including the ability to speak with a live safety agent? Now, if you noticed in the video, the driver is stating that she did get in contact with Uber and they fed her a load of bullshit. They basically told her, we are going to make sure you do not get this passenger again. And for the most part, they left her hanging after that. You see, she stated that they were going to get in touch with her in a couple days, and it's already been a week. Chances are you could find her a week or two, even a month from now, and she will still be telling you she have not heard back from them. So you tell me how that translates to the driver's safety is very important, or that they can get a live agent. What good is getting a live agent if the agent just tells you some bullshit to get you off the phone? We'll get back to you in a couple of days, and here it is a week later, and you haven't heard shit. And what good is suggesting that you really care about our safety if you're not following up on anything? Now, what are the chances you believe that the drivers who hailed that woman in the video, who was told by Uber that she'll never be held by them again, what do you believe are the chances that those same passengers could hail another Uber? They've been removed from being in contact with her, but I almost feel confident that those same two passengers who are in the country illegally and put that woman in, in line for a smuggler's rap sheet, I bet you they could still hail rides. So how does any of this translate to them giving a damn about our safety? Now, one other thing I want to point out, and you guys let me know in the comments, because a lot of drivers do favor longer rides. If you're getting more miles, a lot of people believe it translates into more money. Now, I've made several videos stating that I do not believe in driving outside of my area because you have to drive back, and many times you're driving back empty. So long trips with no one in the vehicle are on you. Now, in regards to the trip you see here, this woman was in El Paso. Now, according to the news clip, she's only been in the area for 2 years, but she should know about her location if she's been there that long. But you see her in the video, they claim that she stated she was trying to meet her earnings goal, so she likes long trips. In El Paso, as a former over-the-road driver, I can tell you, once you get outside of El Paso, that shit gets to be desert-like and pretty barren and rural really quick. So she had a passenger that was going on an 88-mile trip. Once you're outside of El Paso, you're going to be in very rural, either western Texas, or you're going to be over in New Mexico. In both sides, there ain't shit there. So the chances of her getting a ride back with somebody in the vehicle are virtually zero. So I'm listening to this woman and wondering, like, is she a new driver or something? Because I want to ask you folks that. How do you feel about taking long rides? Do you prefer those? Because in her case, she's taking an 88-mile trip outside of El Paso. Leaving El Paso was very similar to leaving Las Vegas or something like that. There's not a lot of suburbs or anything else that surround El Paso. Once you get out of it, it gets to be open desert. So if she's driving for an hour to drop someone off, which in this case, because they were not even supposed to be in the country in the first place, she's lucky that getting detained by Border Patrol is the only thing that happened to her. Who knows where those people were trying to have her go? Now, fortunately, she got detained by Border Patrol. They ran a check and found out that she had 2 undocumented individuals in her vehicle, and she got stopped there. But she really could have been in for something serious. I mean, not saying that was going to happen, but yeah, you got to be cautious. I mean, she literally picked someone up at the border. Really, I mean, but I wanted to find out from you guys in the comments, do you prefer longer trips? Certainly for you folks who do not live in the bigger metropolitan areas, I suppose if you're in Los Angeles and you get a trip down the ocean side or something like that, there may be a trip coming back up to Los Angeles. But for you guys who operate in smaller markets, like say Columbia, Missouri, or Birmingham, Alabama, or something like that, you get 60, 70 miles outside of your town. Ain't shit coming back to your town. So how do you feel? Do you prefer those longer trips with all those miles, or would you rather stay in your local area? Yours truly, I want to stay in my own area. But let me know in the comment section, because once again, it's stuff like this that can help newer drivers. I highly advise staying in your area because, like I said, if you drive somebody 80 miles outside, When it's time to come back after dropping that person off, you got to drive that return trip, that same 80 miles with no one in your vehicle. So instead of taking a regular trip and getting paid for regular miles, now you're having to drive twice as far because you got to cover all those empty miles coming back. So let me know in the comments. And by the way, to conclude the video, notice how she reached out to Uber and they've given her to run around in a bunch of bullshit about how they'll get back with her and has done nothing as a follow-up. Have you had any experience like that where you had to contact Uber or Lyft and the response was nothing short of lackluster and you just got fed up and either stopped driving entirely or just gave up on the issue you were trying to contact? Let me know in the comments. Like I said, new drivers watch this shit all the time, and it certainly helps them avoid the experiences we make. Once again, it's your boy Tim. Subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell. Have a happy holiday, and I'll catch you in the next video.